The episode begins with a focus on Skips, shifting attention from Mordecai and Rigby's usual antics to a character whose calm strength, immortality, and wisdom typically keep the park grounded. The premise begins with something seemingly ordinary and harmless: Skips participating in a bowling game or league. Mordecai and Rigby observe with curiosity and enthusiasm, impressed by Skip's effortless skill, while the rest of the park staff recognizes that bowling is one of the few activities Skips takes very seriously. This setup establishes a contrast between Skip's composed approach and the chaotic energy usually brought by the younger characters, setting the stage for a story centered on pride, history, and pressure. The inciting incident occurs when Skips unexpectedly struggles during a game or realizes he must face a formidable opponent, possibly someone from his past, a rival team, or a supernatural bowling force. This disruption threatens Skip's reputation or confidence, transforming a casual event into a high-stakes situation. Mordecai and Rigby, wanting to help, unintentionally apply pressure or interfere in ways that complicate the situation. Their involvement amplifies the tension and begins pushing the story toward the kind of surreal escalation that defines the series. Skips, normally the solution to other characters' problems, becomes the one dealing with internal conflict, adding depth to his stoic persona. As the episode progresses, the bowling alley environment becomes increasingly exaggerated. The lanes may transform into dangerous obstacles, opponents showcase impossible abilities, or bowling balls gain supernatural properties. The escalation reflects Skip's importance in the park and the weight of his personal history. Secondary characters, Muscle Man, High Five Ghost, Pops, and Benson, either support Skips or inadvertently contribute to the rising chaos. Mordecai and Rigby, always eager to help but prone to misjudgment, attempt to boost Skip's morale with training methods or motivational ideas that backfire, increasing pressure rather than alleviating it. Thematic tension centers on confidence, legacy, and the struggle to live up to expectations. Skip's character is normally unwavering, but here, the episode explores how even the most reliable figures can feel overwhelmed when their identity or past achievements are threatened. Mordecai and Rigby learn that supporting someone requires sensitivity, patience, and understanding, not just enthusiasm. The bowling challenges become metaphors for the emotional obstacles Skips faces: precision, balance, strength, and timing, all disturbed by doubt and external interference. The climax unfolds during the final bowling showdown, where Skips must face the powerful opponent or supernatural force alone, or at least with the right kind of support from Mordecai and Rigby. The alley becomes a battleground of exaggerated physics, glowing lanes, and explosive energy, turning the sport into a dramatic test of will and skill. Skips combines his centuries of experience with renewed confidence, overcoming his hesitation and reclaiming his mastery. Mordecai and Rigby contribute by stepping back at key moments, understanding that sometimes support means giving space rather than taking action. The final strike or decisive move completes Skip's arc, restoring balance and reaffirming his role as the park's dependable pillar. The resolution brings Skips back to his calm and grounded self, the crisis resolved and the exaggerated chaos fading into normalcy. Benson acknowledges Skip's victory and possibly reprimands Mordecai and Rigby for worsening the situation earlier, but his tone softens out of respect for Skip's accomplishment. Muscle Man and High Five Ghost celebrate with their typical ridiculous enthusiasm, while Pops expresses gentle admiration. Skips thanks Mordecai and Rigby in his understated way, reinforcing their bond and acknowledging that their intentions, though chaotic, ultimately helped. The episode closes with a humorous final beat, often involving a leftover supernatural bowling effect or a small comedic mishap that restores the light-hearted tone. Skip's Strikes stands out as a character-driven episode that reveals the vulnerability, history, and emotional depth behind Skip's quiet strength. By blending a relatable story about confidence with the show's signature surreal exaggeration, the episode elevates a simple premise, struggling in a bowling game, into an epic, high-energy adventure. It highlights the importance of support, self-belief, and understanding personal limits, all while maintaining regular show's comedic tone and character dynamics. This blend of emotional resonance and absurd spectacle reinforces Skip's role in the series and deepens the audience's connection to him.